everybody, and welcome back to another viewer-requested episode, this time coming from Game vs. Game's own Eric Grider. You know what type of game you don't see anymore these days? The arcade action flight game, where it's not so much about just flying the ship, but blowing up other enemy ships and things getting in your way so you can score points and reach the goal. You know, like your Star Foxes or your Star Wars Rogue Squadrons. Well, thankfully the Big Green actually had one of these games, and is the subject of today's episode. Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge. So let's see if this fun romp in the skies is indeed collection worthy.
The new nations turned to the sky, ushering in a new era of commerce. And with it, sky piracy was born.
The story for Crimson Skies takes place in an alternate version of the 1930s, where the United States is split into factions and flying becomes the preferred way to travel. You play as Nathan Zachary, the leader of a band of air pirates called the Fortune Hunters. After losing his plane and Zeppelin base from a rival pirate, then getting them back again, Nate receives a distress call from his old friend Dr. Fassbender. Wrong Fassbender, but that would have been cool. He tells Nate that the secret turbine engine he's been working on has been stolen and asks him to retrieve it. What's set in motion is a grand tale of pirates, heroics, dogfighting, and adventure.
It generates storms?
Droughts could be nullified, arid lands made suitable for crop production. What I'm about to tell you must never leave this room.
Understood.
During the Great War, I was approached to work on a project, Starker Sturm, a wind-generating weapon that was the brainchild of a rather unscrupulous engineer named Dr. Nicholas von Essen. He was a brilliant but evil-minded man. He refused to acknowledge the good that could come of the technology and focused solely on its destructive power.
I gotta say, this story is awesome, mostly due to its 1930s movie serial style, kinda in the same vein of Indiana Jones, but in the sky.
Like I mentioned earlier, Crimson Skies is more of an arcade-style shooter than a true flight sim. At your Zeppelin base, you choose the plane you want to take out, with more available as you progress. When you enter a stage, you'll notice it's more of an open-world style than most shooters like it. You can fly around and partake in not only the main story, but side missions, races, as well as repairing your ship, stealing new ones, as well as collecting tokens scattered all over the map used to upgrade your ships. Plus, in a pretty cool move, you can return to your Zeppelin base at any time to pick a new ship, buy upgrades, and even man the turrets when a big fight breaks out. Each ship you control has a primary and secondary weapon, ranging from machine guns, cannons, rockets, missiles, etc., with your primaries having infinite ammo, but can overheat, and limited ammo for your secondaries. But thankfully, fallen enemies drop plenty of ammo and health pickups. But hands down, the coolest thing about your ships is the crazy maneuvers you can pull off by moving the sticks in certain directions while boosting, like barrel rolls and loop-de-loops. It's this, along with smooth, easy controls, that make Crimson Skies gameplay exciting and fun. Then there's also multiplayer to throw in the mix. In multiplayer you have 3 options. Well, really 2 options since Xbox Live doesn't exist anymore. Split screen and system link, with 4 modes to play. Dogfight, which is your standard deathmatch. Flag heist, aka capture the flag. Keep away, where you must pick up and hang on to an artifact for as long as possible while avoiding your opponents, and Wild Chicken, which is a blend of dogfight and flag heist, where you score points by either kills or capturing the other team's chicken and return it to your base. These modes are fun to play with friends, and I could see why this was one of the best multiplayer games on Xbox Live at the time.
Which reminds me, hey Microsoft, where's Crimson Skies 2? Or at least an HD remake?
The graphics in Crimson Skies is just amazing, with environments and vehicles that pull off the 30s vibe it's shooting for, especially in the cutscenes. The same can be said of the audio as well. The music gives off an epic sense of danger and excitement, reminiscent of a John Williams score. Meanwhile, the voice actors do a fantastic job of playing their roles in such a way that Crimson Skies could have actually been a feature film.
This early. So long, Nathan.
Well, I trust I was a gentleman last night. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a plane to catch.
Nathan, are you going, y'all? This is my plane now.
Yeah, well, you win some, you lose some.
I still have your Zeppelin!
So that's Crimson Skies. Buy it. What more is there to say? It's a great game with a well-written story, fun gameplay, and amazing presentation. Plus, it's still affordable to pick up, as with about $20 being as high as you'll pay for. So thanks, Eric, for requesting this game. I never played it till now, and I kicked myself for not getting in on the multiplayer when I had the chance. With that, this is the Dolly Popka saying, if you want to play retro, try going green. I'll see you next time.